What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. And if it's your first time here, you're welcome. Now, today we're going to be looking at a video by the Amazing Lucas. And if you have not subscribed to Amazing Lucas, or you don't know who he is an amazing content creator. He used to be a red pillar. From what I remember, he used to be a red pillar. I think he actually works for TP USA, right? And then he woke up, and then he finally saw the light and realized how crazy, how crazy it is over on that side. And he has been on these conservative necks ever since. And I absolutely love it. I love his content. I love his channel. So if you guys like this video, please go give him a like, a subscribe, and everything. If you haven't looked at this video that I'm about to review, just go over there and take a look at it, look at that video, and then come back from my perspective. But yeah, so for those who, of course, I'm sure you clicked on the video because you saw that, hey, listen, you know what's going on between Erika Kirk and Candace Owens and TP USA. Okay, so Erika and Candace had a meeting yesterday. Candace came out with a video today, alive in her show today, talking about the conversation. So, of course, there's mixed reviews. I end up putting out a short talking about my perspective. I'm gonna go deeper into it, but I saw this video by Lucas, so I was just like, let me take a look at this and react to it. And with all that being said, please remember to like and subscribe, and let's jump into it.
They accomplish absolutely nothing. Oh my goodness. So first things first, let me just say, you can honor Charlie Kirk by purchasing a great per capita shirt. Sources tell me that he was actually going to wear one of these shirts, but he never got the chance to. Anywho, back to the story. Okay. When we go to Erika Kirk meeting with Candace Owens, let me just tell you, TPUSA, my price has since quadrupled. Damn. If you want to hire me, and I advise you that you do, to get you out of this kerfuffle, all right, this bed of nonsense. But if y'all keep going down,
man, Lucas be on their necks, man. Lucas is so funny. I mean, that per capita shirt is I mean, it is indicative of really their particular talking points, right? Like, they always talking about per capita, black on black crime and things like that. And that, especially with conservative talking points, when you try to bring up something, they always try to deflect, So it's always funny because Lucas is so, okay, you want to treat me like, if you want to treat us like this, we're going to treat you the exact same way. And I mean, honestly, I think that Lucas should run for office. Me personally, I like him. I think that's the attitude that we need to give back to them. Because other than that, we're not going to have a country. Just imagine if some Democrats, like just even a quarter of the Democrats, were like as hard on the Republicans and conservatives and just people that just want to do absolutely evil things, right? Just imagine if a quarter of the Democrats were like that and they actually wanted to make change. America would essentially be a better place.
Down this route, TPUSA is dead in the water because they met with Candace Owens. Now, I'm thinking, as every negotiator, as everyone who has any type of business acumen does, they're going in there with some type of leverage, right? Because you don't go into a business meeting, and yes, that's what this was. This was a business meeting between TPUSA, the CEO, Erika Kirk, and Candace Owens. What was on the table, whether they addressed this or not, but subconsciously, what was on the table is, hey, how do we get you to close your big black mouth? Now, that being said,
now I will say this. It's funny how they've been really ignoring Candace over the months. They've been ignoring her. I can't remember what triggered Erika to start talking about, kind of really addressing Candace directly and everything. And Candace started kind of to I wouldn't really even say really turn her the eyes on Erika and everything. And boy, oh boy, hey, emergency meeting like that. So it's very, very much interesting, like how much Candace has flipped the MAGA on his head. I mean, just this whole how they've handled the investigation was the launch pad and everything. How TPUSA has been acting and things like that. All the people kind of around it has been kind of fuel, and Candace just really lit the match.
These fools go in there and give Candace Owens everything, bruh. They give her everything. I could not believe it. First off, it's not being recorded, okay? So now we have no record. It is he said, she said, and Erika Kirk has no credibility right now. So now we have to listen to everything that Candace says as gospel. Secondly, you have no leverage, and the leverage that they actually had, they let go, and we'll get into that. First things first, I told y'all that this meeting of the minds, it all stemmed from what? Money, 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 money. That's all it stemmed from. Candace, the moment in time Candace said, hey, don't give them your money, ask for a refund and everything, that's when it got personal. They don't care about her and her conspiracy theories and yada, yada, yada. Oh, I think Tyler was this, and I think the Egyptian planes. They don't care about that. Now, what they do care about are their pockets. You mess with someone's pockets, okay, they will listen to you. And if they don't like what you have to say, you will go bye-bye in many cases, especially when you get up, to the top echelon. So rest assured, Candace Owens comes out, and what does she say? That this was about exactly what I said it was about, money.
They were sort of most upset with obviously a bit of a fever pitch, when I tweeted that it was a God-forsaken company and people should not give money to it.
Now, that being said, she then goes on to call Erika Kirk a liar. I kid you not. She is framing Erika Kirk as a liar.
Come on now, dawg.
She goes and says that, hey, I'm glad Erika Kirk owned up to the lies, okay? Or what they will probably say it's miscommunication.
I was immediately refreshed by the fact that one of the first things that Erika did was she owned the lies, or rather, I guess they would cage it as miscommunications that were coming from various people at the company. Like, look, this is a company, but there was a portion that was going around that was viral. And it was Erika saying that she had Charlie's phone and that Charlie never texted anybody the night before saying that he thought that they were going to kill him. And that obviously reflected poorly on me because I was the one who said that he did, in fact, text multiple people the night before. They owned that right away and explained. Erika said that she has Charlie's phone. She's looking at his iMessages, and it turns out that he, like everybody else, communicates on Signal. He communicates on Telegram, and that when she heard me say that, they then went and looked, and yes, that what I said was true.
Candace
Right. I did. I saw that and was kind of like, but she confirmed with a couple different people in I forgot the homie's name, but yeah, that was pretty like, Erika.
Owens relays to her audience that the message did exist, but a little caveat. They ask her, hey, do you have a hard copy of the message? To which she responds, no, I don't. Okay, well, in that case, the message actually says the left is going to try and get me, not they.
Now, they asked me if I had actually like a concrete a copy of what Dan Flood got the night before. And I said, no. If somebody told me what it said, which was almost exactly what Andrew said, which is they're going to kill me. Andrew did not know who they were, that he was referring to were. But they clarified that the message that Dan Flood received said the left is going to kill me. So I can't confirm that one way or the other.
Now, come on now. Even if you're not of the conspiratorial mind, that comes off extremely sus. First off, you're double checking whether or not she has a hard copy to contradict the narrative that you presumably are trying to run with. And that narrative is very much hint, hint, wink, wink, Israel. That there's some implication that Israel was involved with this whole charade. So what do they conveniently do? They switch they to the left. The left is gonna get me, right? The left is gonna off me. That's what they do. Now, Kunduz obviously says, well, I can't confirm this either way. It was relayed to me that it says they. It makes him look even more sus. Do you understand? It makes him look even more scandalous. And I don't know who Erika Kirk's PR team is. I don't know who the PR team of TPUSA is, but these are not even amateurs.
Yeah.
These are low IQ, knuckle-dragging simpletons. There is no way in God's green earth you would relay this to Kunduz Owens, or at least not in that manner or fashion. And mind you,
it's like they were fishing for information, and then the obvious thing is to show her what it actually said, but it doesn't show her they never showed her what it actually said, so they just say, oh no, it said the left. How can we believe that? Like how can we absolutely believe that? Especially if she said no one showed her anything. It's still hearsay.
All taking this off of Kunduz Owens' words. Because why? Well, Erika Kirk, unless she comes out and contradicts what Kunduz is saying, which is unlikely, this is all we have. There is no recording, so all we have is the framing that Kunduz Owens is laying out for her low IQ audience, which both her and TPUSA share.
Yeah.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It has electrolytes.
So she framed it as Erika Kirk is owning up to the lies. Not only that, but it's also, they're trying to say that, it wasn't they, it was the left. I can't confirm that, but that's what they say. Which then now has us doing what? Well, if you guys have the text message, release the text message, okay? We want to see a hard copy because Kunduz Owens released a text message when she said something. She released a text message of Charlie talking about how Jews fall into the stereotypes. Okay, TPUSA, okay, Erika Kirk, show us a text message that you at first said didn't exist because you had Charlie Kirk's phone, but now you found. But also, there's a discrepancy. Now it's not they, it's the left. Show us a text message. Prove what you are saying is true.
He's out of line, but he's right.
But then it gets worse. Do you want to know how it gets worse? Because the only leverage that they have is that they know something that Kunduz Owens doesn't, right? Because they're working with the FBI, they're working with investigators, they have the lawyers, right? So now the leverage is, well, you don't know what I know. It's very similar to what officers do. Well, when they pull you over, well, you don't know why I pulled you over. You don't know why I'm asking you a question. I could have gotten a call that you matched the description. It's very much taking advantage of your ignorance because you don't know what they know. They could have gotten a call that you matched the description. That's why they pulled you over. They could have, a litany of things could have happened, but you can't verify that.
Right.
So what they have right now is exactly that. It's appeal to authority, all right? That she doesn't know what they know. What did these fools do? Because Kunduz tells them, hey, what I want to come from this, what this basically is, I just hope people understand, this is like a classic Sopranos situation, all right? This is like some mafia situation. That's where they place Kunduz Owens, unfortunately. But she's basically telling them, hey, I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse. All right, that's a nice shop you got. It'd be a shame if it were to go up in flames. That's what she's relaying to them by saying what I would like to accomplish here is to go to my audience and let them know why you guys believe that it was that kid Tyler, I believe is his name. Is the one that took out Charlie Kirk. That's what I would like to feel comfortable in going back to them and saying. What is your evidence?
I said one of the reasons why I really want to sit down is because I want to walk out of here and feel confident saying to my audience, hey, there's stuff going on behind the scenes, but Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Now,
right.
Just pause right there. You have, just think of this dynamic, because we have to appreciate it. You have a podcaster, okay, talking to the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company that has completely wrecked their PR, wrecked their image, wrecked any leverage that they may have, to the point where they are being held hostage for information in regards to her husband's demise.
Yeah, I mean they are in absolute shambles when it comes down to it. I mean, how you handle things is more important than what you actually the thing you actually did. Like the whole I always use this as example, like the Pepsi commercial during the riots, during the Black Lives Matter riots. Hey man, that was the wrong time for you to do that, and especially given that you see that the country is on fire, right? And even if it was, oh, people going up against authority and stuff like that, right? Whatever it is, even if they did shoot that like 6 months or whatever before the lockdowns and everything, it still doesn't matter because it's like it's wrong timing. But how you responded to it made it so much worse. How Pepsi responded to it made it so much worse, and everything. That Shea Moisture was, I think, another one, and everything. So it's really about how if you get into a PR kerfuffle, it's how do you handle it? How do you? I mean, and sometimes people just gotta like. I even think Candace came out with this video a little too quick because even though that he's given a really good perspective, kind of what I took from that. Some of the things that he's saying that I definitely took from that. I took it the same way, but then some of the other stuff, I do feel like she was tiptoeing. I feel like she was a tad bit more careful. I know my wife and I, we were sitting there, was kind of like, I feel as though Candace is being, a tad bit soft, a bit soft on them or really soft on them, and especially with Erika tweeting like, "Oh, now it's time to get back to business." It seems like she was showing this air of confidence and everything. When it's like, no, girl, that the place is still in shambles. The house is still on fire and whatnot. So, I don't know. Again, it's all about how you, especially in business, it's all about how you respond to crisis.
That's where we are. And go. So she asked that. Guess what these fools do? Instead of telling her, listen, we have got this, we have got that, but you can't tell your audiences, you can lie to her. It doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. What they go and do is they call the attorney.
And at this point, they elected to call the lawyer, like, their lawyer who is involved in this case, one of the lawyers that's involved in this case. There's always a team of lawyers, especially for something like this. And what I got from the lawyer did not make me feel that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk. It did not make me feel confident that he didn't or did shoot Charlie Kirk.
Now, if you're going to call the attorney, I would think that they are aware of what the attorney is going to relay to Kunduz, right? That's what I'm thinking. That because you never want to ask questions that you don't have the answers to, okay? If you don't know what the answer is, why ask the question? That puts you at a disadvantage. They call the attorney. The attorney relays to Kunduz. Now, I'm surprised that she relayed this to us. But essentially, what she tells us, once again, this is her perspective of what transpired, is that the attorney relayed to her that the only evidence that they have right now is the affidavit. That outside of that, they got...
That was the perfect reaction because that's exactly how me and my wife were. We were just kind of like, what? So I don't think they realized what the lawyer said, everything. So it's kind of one of those things like, so now we really questioning what happened to Charlie. We're really sitting up here asking, like, okay, if they only have an affidavit, meaning that it's really hearsay, right? And just all the other stuff that's been going on with the investigation over the past 2 months, it's like that's not evidence. And so it does nothing to negate anything Candace has been saying or alluding to and finding in her investigation. So it's one of the things like, you guys really didn't have it together. I just think that they freaked out because Candace didn't start turning them eyes really on Erika, and Erika probably started freaking out. And the last thing they wanted was for people to really start looking into Erika. Or at least have Candace start looking into Erika.
Nothing to link Tyler Robinson to Charlie Kirk.
but I will communicate to them that you have something that is solid. And no, to the exact contrary, this guy effectively said, not effectively, he said that they have nothing but the affidavit. Okay, so what you have, what we have seen is what they have.
Now, listen. Listen. I don't know what to tell you, bruh. I don't know what to tell you other than that is bona fide mental retardation to tell a conspiracy theorist.
Right.
Okay. Someone who has been just giving conspiracies after conspiracies after conspiracies to give them that information. Because what you have done is that you have destroyed yourself.
Yeah.
You have crippled anything you have against her because all gloves are off. All gloves are off. Because now she's saying that, hey, you don't know as much as I know, that we're on the same playing field. Yeah. So I'm all within my right to ask questions. I'm doing an investigation, okay, because you guys we have the same amount of information. I told you guys this was all bad. I told you nothing good would come of this interview. And sure enough, nothing good came from this interview. Her team is a bunch of dolts. That's the only thing I can think of. They're dolts. So of course, Kunduz is going to run with this. She's already talking about how the Egyptian planes, were flying in and out of Israel for some reason.
Overwhelming evidence that these planes regularly fly in and out of Israel. And I'm going to present that evidence tomorrow. I say that strongly. This is I feel very confident saying these Egyptian planes are flying in and out. And notice I'm saying planes because once I was able to connect people that were on those planes onto other Egyptian planes, I was able to realize that these planes are flying in and out of Israel.
Absolutely wild. They're so concerned about the money that they're not even understanding, hey, bad optics will destroy your money. Yeah. Do you not understand that? If you have the white ignorant base who has been supporting you and donating to TPUSA and wearing the shirts and all that, if they believe that you're in on it with Israel to conspire against Charlie Kirk and what happened to him, you're finito. You're done. You're radioactive, politically speaking, because no one wants to attach themselves to an event or to a CEO or to a company like that. No one wants to do that. And that's exactly that's exactly what they've done. They have given Kunduz Owens a blank check, fam. That's what they've done. A blank check. And if you don't think she's going to cash it, you are crazy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she's doing. It's everything as usual. Nothing's changed. Nothing's, no new information which would stop Kunduz from doing any of this because I already told you she had all the leverage to get with. Now, not only does she have the leverage, but she now sees that they have nothing.
Yeah.
They got nothing. There's a difference, right? There's like there's a mind game, whether you play chess, checkers, any type of game, where there's a level of thought. Where I know what I know what you know, I know what you think, I think you know, I know, right? There's levels to this. Now, what they've done is that they've exposed themselves. So it's no longer I wonder how much they know. I wonder what the FBI has shared with them. I wonder where they are in the investigation. She now knows that they got bupkis. That's what they got. So they have no way in attacking her. And rest assured, guess what's happening right now? They're now digging into Erika Kirk. They're finding out that as she was talking about in the interview, I don't drink and all this. They're bringing out pictures of her with alcohol. They got her on a TV show during the same time that she allegedly, was dating Charlie Kirk and whatnot. So the dates aren't even adding up. They are destroying her image now. Erika Kirk, her image is shot. It's being shotgun, okay? That's what's happening. And the only person they have to blame are themselves. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you...
Oh my God. This is going to be interesting. This is really going to be interesting because PR is legitimately everything, and especially in politics. Now, you can get away with that in business, especially if you have a business where only thing you got to do is step away and, and allow the business to, to churn, right? everything. It's kind of like that. Like Samsung. Samsung's a great example. Korean Air, like that Korean heiress, the Korean heiress, acting all crazy and everything. That that didn't really hurt the airlines that much, if any, everything. They just fake sent her to jail, and and it was business as usual, right? She's still the she's still the heiress of the airline, and things are just going, things are just going to move on, right? So I think, but when it comes down to things in politics, especially nonprofits and all these different things, it is, hey man, it is one of those things, especially when you rely on donations, that stuff can dry up. Now, I think that stuff should be drying up anyway, because I mean, people ain't really got money like that, especially in America. But as we've learned throughout this Candace's investigation, I mean, they have really big donors, that has various special interests and everything. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's very much interesting. So I would just say, just stay tuned, folks. Just stay tuned, just because this is going to be an interesting ride. You know what? Christmas came early, I guess, right? For some of us, Christmas really came early. Everything. Some of us getting gifts, some of us are not, right? And I'm sorry, some of us are celebrating Christmas, and some of us are not. Or, we're boycotting it. But we have things like this. We have this stuff to keep us entertained over the holidays. But yes, well, listen. Thank you so much for With all that being said, thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. Truly much appreciated. If you like this video, you like my thoughts around it, please, hey, give me a like and subscribe. It really helps our channel. We're on the road to monetization, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. And with all that being said, listen, have a wonderful night and peace.